Well, good morning, everyone. Today is Monday. It is, April 6th, and today we're going to be doing Lesson 4. Lesson 4 says the objective is to identify, define, and draw parallel lines. You, of course, will need a paper and a pencil. If you have a ruler, get that out as well. If you would like to print off the problem set and do it with me, you can, but you don't have to. But you need to be doing something with a paper and pencil right now, not just listening to it or just watching me. Just like in class, how I make sure that you are following along the whole time, you need to make sure that you're following along the whole time here as well. And I hope you're having a good day. Here we are. We're going to be continuing on through math, and we might even get this unit done online. So I really hope that you're working hard and getting your things done and paying attention. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the types of lines that we have learned about so far. We talked about if I have this, something like this, that is called what? Yep, that's just called a line. If I have something like this, that is called a line segment. Yes. And we learned about how if a line has another line that intersects through it and it makes a 90-degree angle or a right angle, then that is called what? If you said perpendicular, that is correct. Perpendicular. It is perpendicular if it meets and makes a right angle. Yes, that is correct. All right. And anytime you have two lines and they connect at some point, they are intersecting. Just like if I am driving and I get to a street and there's a stop sign right there because another road comes this way, that's actually called an intersection. Or there might be a stoplight there. It's an intersection. Or they intersect, the roads intersect. So someone has to stop, otherwise all the cars would just be running into each other. Well, what happens if the lines, if they don't intersect? If there's two lines and they actually don't intersect? Well, I'm going to take my ruler. I could also use my corner of a paper, and I'm going to just line it up in a right angle. And the reason it has to be a right angle is because it needs to be the same distance across from beginning to end, so it cannot be slanted in any way. All right, so I'm just going to make one mark there. Then I'm going to line up my ruler, draw another line. Now, do these lines ever touch each other? No, they don't. Are they going to touch each other if they kept going the way the arrows are going? No, they're not going to intersect. So they are called what? If you said parallel, that is correct. And I'm going to write parallel with my lines. There we go. So parallel even has the two L's in it. The word parallel does. It has two L's in it right there. Parallel lines never touch, and they're not going to touch. If I had another two lines, say I have this one, and I have this one, are those two parallel right here? No, they're not. Because if they kept going in the same direction, let's just show you what it would look like. Eventually, would they intersect? Well, yes, because you can see they're getting closer and closer towards the edge. They would intersect. So those are not parallel. They have to be the same distance apart continually. They can't be getting any closer and closer. All right, let's move on to our problem set. All right, on each object, trace at least one pair of parallel lines that appear to be parallel. Remember, parallel lines, they are like the two L's in the word parallel, or they are like an equal sign. Those will never touch. They're always going to be the same distance apart. So on the two notes, do you see two parallel lines? Oh, I definitely do, right here and right there. All right, how about on the keyboard? I definitely see quite a few parallel lines. I'm gonna choose the edge of this black one. That's parallel. And the edge of this black one, parallel. Of course, I didn't draw exactly, but you get it, right? All right, on the house. Well, look at that line right there on the edge. That is parallel to this one on the edge. But they have to be going vertically, or could they go horizontally? They could definitely go horizontally. I could have chosen this one and this one. Those are also parallel. All right, on this paper, oh, lots of parallel lines. How about this one? And I could choose literally any of those lines to be parallel. I'm going to choose that one. That one's parallel to that one. All right, on the clock, a little bit harder because is this parallel to that? No, because eventually they meet. Not a lot to choose from, so we're going to have to choose this at the top. That line, and that is parallel to that. All right, on this design, how about that one and that one? On the trapezoid, a trapezoid has one set of parallel lines, the top and the bottom. The sides are not parallel because eventually they would meet up if they kept going. They would meet up down here and intersect. All right, and on the ruler, lots of parallel lines. How about that one and that one? Okay, all right, let's go on to the next page. All right, how do you know if two lines are parallel? Well, two lines are parallel because what? Because they will never intersect. Now, I just took quite an amount of time to write that down, so that means it's going to be important. Don't forget that answer. Two lines are parallel because they will never intersect. That's how you know that they are parallel. All right, using the triangular and square grids below, use the given segments on each grid to draw a segment that is parallel using a straight edge. So we're going to draw two lines, or we're going to draw one line for each. All right, I'm going to line this up and draw a parallel line here. And over here, I'm going to line it up first to the line, then slide it over, and there we go. Over here, I'm going to line it up first, and then bring it one way or the other, draw my parallel line. And over here, line it up. Just going to slide it over a little bit, draw my parallel line. All right, done with that page. Let's go to the next one. We're just whipping through this assignment, aren't we? It's because I think you guys already know this. I feel like you probably already know this, or at least have learned it at some point. All right, determine which of the following figures have sides that are parallel by using a straight edge and the right angle template that you created. And when they say right angle template, that's just like the corner of a paper or something with a square on it. So we're going to write down which lines are parallel. And look here, we have a new symbol. Those two lines right there mean parallel, and that's what we will put in between the two lines. All right, so they said AB is parallel to CD. That is correct. Let's go on to B. Well, HI is definitely parallel to what? Yep, JK. So let's write that. HI First, we're going to mark it. That means it is parallel to this right here. All right, so HI, and that's line HI is parallel to line JK, just like that. All right, let's look on the triangle. Do you see any lines that are parallel on the triangle? Nope, there are no parallel lines there. How about on an oval or a circle? No, there are not any. All right, let's go over to the square here, or rectangle. Looks like line ZA is parallel to what? Yes, FW, that is correct. Line FW. Any parallel lines on a triangle? Yes or no? Nope. Definitely not. Not possible. A triangle cannot have any parallel lines because it doesn't have any right angles. It has to have right angles to be a parallel line, to have parallel lines. All right, on the last page, for your question, let's see, I think I'm going to have you tell me your question is going to be, and to answer the question, you're going to click on the Google form to answer the question, and then that's where you'll put it so everyone doesn't just see everyone answers and copy them. Okay? All right, you are going to tell me what two lines are parallel to two more lines on this shape H. You will also have to answer the question, how do you know if a shape, or how do you know if two lines are parallel? So you can have those two questions. What two lines are parallel, and how do you know if two lines are parallel? All right, that concludes lesson 4. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you later.